In Tasmania, the opposition leader has unveiled Labor's plan to help unemployed young people. Bill Shorten is promising each year to give 20,000 young people a 6-month work placement to get the skills they need for jobs. Political reporter Stephen Jedgetts is travelling with Mr Shorten.
The opposition leader, Bill Shorten, has come here to Hobart to announce Labor's plan to tackle youth unemployment. In some senses, it's not surprising he's come to Tasmania to make the announcement. The state continues to struggle with stubbornly high youth unemployment. Labor's plan in some ways is a response to the Coalition's controversial PATH scheme, which it unveiled during the budget. That would see young people given a small stipend to work as interns with established companies, and those companies will get incentives. Labor says it wants a more expansive and ambitious program. It would offer 6 weeks training to young people and then a 6-month placement with a full-time wage along with that, or at least a training wage. Labor says that will prepare people better. The opposition leader Bill Shorten says it's a more generous and effective scheme than the Coalition's.
Some people fall between the cracks. So what we recognise with these kids is give them the discipline and the training to see how they hold down a job, the discipline of getting up in the morning, being able to have the core soft skills, which means you are employment ready. But what we have to do as a basic principle in Australia is pay people the basic award wage.
Mr Shorten will spend a few more hours campaigning here in Perth before heading to Sydney, where he'll take part in the third and probably the final debate of this election campaign. This debate, though, will be a little bit different. It will be held online, sponsored by Facebook and by News Limited. Mr Shorten fielded some questions from journalists who are unhappy about the fact that they would not be allowed into the debate. He simply brushed those questions aside and instead fired back at Mr Turnbull, accusing him of being like the Scarlet Pimpernel, impossible to find whenever he wanted to debate. After that debate, Mr Shorten's expected to spend a little bit more time in Sydney as we enter the final 2 weeks of this marathon election campaign.